Years ago, Morimoto came out with the flush mount for their off-road pod light, the Morimoto 4Banger. Now, thankfully, they've actually revised it so it looks now like this. This is still available currently. However, this fits a lot more applications. You know when you have a metal aftermarket bumper and they've already got the cutouts there? This one actually fits for it. If you don't know anything about the 4Banger, there are two different power levels. There is an NCS, which is the entry level. They use Nichia chips. It's not quite as bright, but it's still extremely intense. And then there is the HXB model, which is their top dog, the most bright off-road pod light that we could find on the market today. It's actually a smaller pod as well. It's more compact. They only use 3 LED chips versus a lot of the other competitors using 4 LED chips. It's a compact pod, but thankfully with the new flush mount, it does slap right in. This one, as you can see here, we actually had to cut it. So we cut it out with a Dremel. We used the template, we slapped it on there, and we cut it so we can get it installed to show you guys what this looks like. In the description below this video, I will post the link to the install guide so you can see just how much is involved when cutting out your hole and then slap it in the Morimoto 4Banger. It's not that bad. As long as you're good with hand tools, you won't make such a mess of it, especially with this new flush mount because it is much bigger. You do have a lot more room for error. Once you choose the power level for your off-road pod light, then you need to decide what kind of beam pattern do you want. And obviously, if it's on the back of this truck, the best advice I can give you is just use a flood beam. I actually have a couple of bangers, not in a flush mount application, but on the back of my truck. And I actually have the wide beam, and it's pretty helpful because I do a lot of filming and making movies in the back of my truck, and I use that to actually illuminate the entire area. However, I think if I was going to use it specific to just reversing my truck, I would probably go with the flood beam, as you can see here. Do not put a spot beam in this for your reverse. You're not going to be able to see miles behind you with your reverse light camera or even in your little mirror. That's dumb. Don't need that. I wouldn't even recommend the combo beam pattern. If it's in the back of your truck, do a flood beam or go ahead and do a wide beam. Now, if it's in the front of your vehicle, that might be a little bit different, especially if you have a bunch of other lights as well. If you wanted to do a combo beam in a flush mount that's mounted on the front end of your metal bumper, sure, go right ahead, but I still would probably choose the wide beam in that case. The Morimoto 4Bangers come with 4 different options: the wide, the spot, the combo, and the flood. The wide beam is actually an SAE wide, which means that it's photometrically SAE compliant. The thing about compliance though is you really got to be sure that it's aimed properly. Now, the old flush mount kit, you could adjust it so that it's aimed at a -4-degree angle to then be compliant. However, this one's not adjustable. It's a fixed point. It does sit really flush and it does look like it's meant to be there, but just note that this kit does not adjust up or down. These brackets are made from die-cast aluminum, and then they include all of the stainless steel hardware you ever need. When you look up close, the finish is this powder coat textured black. It looks super good. So choose your power level and then choose your beam pattern. Then all you gotta do is choose, do you want a yellow beam pattern or do you want a white? Now, yellow does a little bit better in the snow, the sleet, and the dust, so it's really up to you. Go to headlightrevolution.com right now to get your flush mount.